I had a meeting this morning with the ambassadors of the countries that have partnered with us for the development of Uganda, and we had a very extensive discussion about the problem, especially in the office of the Prime Minister, where money that had been given to Uganda for supporting our PRDP, the Program for Recovery and Development in Uganda, in the north, had been misappropriated. And we had a very long discussion about what has happened and what needs to be done. In summary, the position of the Uganda government is that firstly, we regret that this happened. As a country, as a government, we are sorry that it happened at all. It was obviously a criminal act. If you have read, have you had access to the report of the Auditor General? If you have seen the extent. The theft was massive. And it's a pity that it happened, and we regret that indeed was the case. Of course, it is not only money from the development partners that was affected. It was public money, Uganda taxpayers' money as well. And Ugandans are as angry as the citizens of those countries that have given us this development support. And we fully understand their anger. We are all angry about, indeed, what happened. We condemn this act and these actions in the strongest terms possible. We want to assure everyone that we will take the necessary measures to bring those who are responsible to book. We have already taken some measures. The administrative measures we've taken include interdictions. In the office of the Prime Minister, we have interdicted about 10 officers already. In the office, in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Finance, I beg your pardon, we have interdicted 6. By this morning, the number was 6. I think it is growing because as investigations reveal more or give us more information, we shall be acting against anyone whose name comes linked with this act of misappropriation. In the Bank of Uganda, there have been interdictions. There was one officer, particularly one officer, who was dealing with the verification of signatures, but the others whom the leadership of the bank is looking at, and I'm sure that administrative action will be taken against those. The others who had been in the office of the Prime Minister, mainly those that had been seconded from other ministries, who have been returned to their mother ministries and have sent instructions that those must be interdicted as well. Secondly, on the second level of action, where evidence is clear that anyone was involved in criminal action, we have taken action. Already, the principal accountant, Mr. Kazinda, a commissioner, actually someone who was holding the position of director for disaster preparedness and management, Mr. Owor. These have already been charged, and others have been charged before courts of law with criminal offenses. And as we get more information and the Director of Public Prosecutions is satisfied that there is enough evidence to prosecute anyone, this we will continue to do. We obviously have a problem. There was a problem that this happened and went on for a long time without detection. And this suggests, obviously, it proves that there is a problem in the system. Our ability to detect a thing like that obviously has been put to the test, and we are determined to look at the entire system and the procedures we use to tighten this system to stop any possible recurrence of this kind of thing happening. It is obvious from a cursory glance that there was very high level of collusion between Bank of Uganda, Ministry of Finance, Office of the Prime Minister. And obviously this is how I think this is one of the reasons that detection proved rather elusive. This government is determined to clamp down on corruption. And I think what we are beginning to see is the beginning of a cleanup that will happen. This is an alarm bell. What do you call it? Alarm signal. An alarm. If it happened in the office of the Prime Minister and the pension office, because it's not only here, even the pension fund was subjected to this level of criminality, how do we know it's not happening elsewhere? So our net is going to be extensive. We will look everywhere. We will turn everything upside down until we discover what may be wrong. And we must tighten the system in order to avoid the recurrence of this. Of course, as you know, this was done by this government. I mean, the decision to carry out investigations was a decision that was made in the office of the Prime Minister. The calling in of the police to investigate was a decision we took here. Incidentally, it's the Permanent Secretary, as a matter of fact, who came to me and said that there appeared to be a problem. And it was him who asked whether we could bring in the police. And I said, yes, let's bring in the police. And that's how they came in. It is this government, of course, that asked the Auditor General to carry out a special investigation. So all this we've done because we are determined to clean up. We are absolutely determined to clean up. And I have no doubt, and I'm sure you are all aware, that this is something that is going to be cutting across all departments and every part of government. I have made a statement to our development partners that, the investigations are still going on. Although I said that some of the money from development partners was involved, we don't know to what extent this mismanagement affected that fund, because there are two aspects of mismanagement here. The first one is actions by those responsible for managing these public funds acting contrary to the financial regulations of this country. And obviously, some of these people were acting in contravention of the regulations in order to steal that money. But we also have clear cases where the financial regulations were breached, but apparently that money was put to the use intended. So we are waiting for the details to be able to separate the two, to know what money actually has been lost and therefore stolen, and what money was put to good use, even if it was not used in accordance with the law. And as we have done in the past, when we find that money from our development partners had been either stolen or even diverted to other activities of government, even if not stolen, we will have to do what you call restitution. We'll put back this money where it was intended to be.